We like to think that we know about diabetes and its management, and to an extent that's true. But most of us will never know what it's like to live with diabetes, every day, all day. So let's take a look at 5 people who do, to see how diabetes affects them, day to day, hour by hour.
I have a 13-year-old son, Rodney Burns III, who was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 22 months old. And I'm constantly worried about his well-being, day and night, whether he's at school, he's at home. I'm constantly toiling over where's his blood sugar levels. He does want more independence. He wants to be able to do a lot of things on his own, but say he's off to college somewhere in another state, I don't think I'll ever stop thinking about his well-being.
I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 21 years old and have always injected myself, and so far things are going well. It does have a big knock-on effect with your life. There are those times where you just go to bed and you do not sleep. You wake up in the morning and having to quickly get ready for work and leave on time can make you quite miserable, which isn't very good for work environment, especially if you're client-facing all the time.
My life is busy would be an understatement. I'm a creative director and a writer at an advertising agency, and those hours are pretty crazy. It can be a normal 8-hour day one day, and then the next day it can be a 16-hour day. Been diabetic for most of my life, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. And then on top of work, I do a lot. I play basketball, I mountain bike, I scuba dive. It's just one of those things. You just deal with it and go on with your life.
Diabetes can still be a challenge because I always have to stop. I can't play as long as my friends can. I like to run track and getting faster and stronger, but I still have to make sure that I take time to check my blood sugar and make sure everything's okay, because if I just keep going and forget about it or try to brush it off, I could get sick.
I've had it for 19 years and I really wish I hadn't. I have to pay attention to the sorts of things that I can eat. Because of my husband dying, I probably didn't eat properly. I would eat a cake, I wouldn't eat the fibre and all the right foods. Emotions always affect my blood sugars. It's really hard having cooked for 2 people that you then have to suddenly cook for yourself.
At Roche Diabetes Care, our vision is that by 2025, we will help people with diabetes everywhere in the world think less about their daily diabetes routine so they can get true relief day and night. So how can our vision help day-to-day life for people with diabetes? Let's take a look at their wishes for the future.
It would be lovely if I actually didn't have to prick my fingers at all. If there was some other way, some sort of patch or something on, or one of those funny watch things, that they would be good. To stop yourself thinking all the time about it, and that would be really nice.
It would be great to have more support, to not have to think about it all the time, to come up with something where I didn't constantly have to calculate my insulin all the time would be a massive, huge relief.
My desire would be a day in his life where it would be normal, where he could live a day and not have to worry about the disease. A day where he didn't have to check as many times, those types of things. That would be an ideal day for me.
Diabetes can still be a challenge. I would just like to know what it's like not to have it, because I've had it all my life. So not have to worry about taking insulin and having all my supplies everywhere I go.
If I thought that I had a sinful meal and I could actually find out what is in there before I'm eating it, that would be a good thing.
I've heard that you'll be able to at some point take a picture of your plate of food and it will calculate the carbs for you. Then I can just point my phone at a pizza and know how much insulin I have to take.
Since the beginning, my dad and my mom have always been worried about me. It would just be nice for them to know that they could just have like a day off without having to worry about me all the time.
Be sure to check your blood sugar before you eat a snack and do your homework.
Hey, Dad.
You know, as a caregiver, I want the absolute best for my son. You know, as long as I have breath in my body, I'll be on the fight for him.
Now we've had an insight into life with diabetes, let's all work towards finding ways to fulfill the wishes of people like Rodney and his son, Holly, Wendy and Bill. Let's shape a future where they don't have to think about their diabetes day and night. And if they experience moments of relief because of the solutions we at Roche Diabetes Care can provide, then we will have achieved our goal.